Just with a thumbs up, did any of you take this class from me last week? No? Okay. So the feedback that I got last week was that I need to be really gentle in our launch of this and going through it. And I apologize because it is a brand new class, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't be gentle and go through it really slowly. So just to back up, I'm Wendy, for those of you who I haven't met. We have another Wendy on the call. Hi, Wendy. I will be your Get Set Up guide. And if you've taken classes from Get Set Up, then you know the whole thing about we are an education company trying to help seniors or people with experience, is what I like to call ourselves, teach other people some things that we know or that we're good at or that we think are interesting. I teach the range. I teach from fitness to health and wellness to iPad classes. I'm all over the map because I have a background in a lot of things. So if you know of anyone that wants to join Get Set Up, let them know how. If you would like a recording of what we're doing today, I'm going to push record right now so that we can record this. And what you'll do is at the end of the class, I will put in the notes. I'll put it in the chat room as well, but I'll put in the notes. It's help at getsetup.io. If you write to them and ask them for a screen recording of this class, they'll go through it. So the way I like to run my classes is I will start with some introductions and kind of go over things generally, and then stop after about 10, 15 minutes because I want to make sure that you're getting what I'm teaching you. So it doesn't do me any good or your time if you're not getting it. So if you, by chance, have the opportunity to be on another device than what you're taking this class on, so if you're taking this class on your computer and we can work separately on your iPad or your iPhone, that is the way I think it will work best. So MyFitnessPal was bought about 9 months ago by another company. They were an Under Armour under their umbrella, and they've changed their platform a little bit. And I've been using it for about 5 or 6 years, and I didn't even know they changed their platform until I went to teach this class. So if you've been on it in the past, your password may not work. There's some glitches. Additionally, the computer site for MyFitnessPal, which there is, it's not an app, you just go to their site, you go to myfitnesspal.com, is running a little bit different in terms of entry on the application. So I'm going to actually, in a moment, share my iPad because I am going to work off of the downloaded application from the App Store. Okay? So a couple of you have used it on your iPhone or iPad, on your computer. The reason it's really meant for an iPad or iPhone is because you tend to walk around with that, and because it's asking you questions about data entry about food and weight and what you've done fitness wise. That's why most people tend to do it on a more mobile device. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing a couple screens at a couple different times. So hang on with me. If you have any questions, you can either put the hand up if you know, like your hand up like this, if you know where the reactions are on the bottom of your Zoom bar, or you can put it in the chat room. I'll get to it at some point. I'm teaching this class, I think, about every week, and we are actually going to not really progress much more every week, only because I want you to get comfortable with it, and it takes a little bit of time. Okay? So we're going to end the poll now that I know that most of you, okay, I have a guest in this house. Her name is Kiki, and she's a big dog, and she likes to cry. All right, so let me share a screen with you. Give me 1 second to do that. All right, here we go. Okay, so you should be able to see a screen that says MyFitnessPal. And basically what it is it's an application that allows you to enter data to help you track your nutrition and your fitness journeys. I will say that there are a couple of different ways to go. I am teaching from the free application, which has limitations, but they're not tremendous limitations. If you want to just be general in what you're learning and what you're entering, it works just fine. If you want to be more specific and get some information from MyFitnessPal, get downloaded menus, more data options, then there are paid MyFitnessPal applications. Also, well, we'll get into that. So here we go. So let's just see. Why is Kiki there? Did somebody put this in my screen? I didn't even know this is funny. Okay, guys, I'm just going to back up for a second because that's really funny, because Get Set Up plays with your stuff and you don't even know it. All right. So we have 3 objectives. We're going to get MyFitnessPal on your computer or your mobile device, either iPad or iPhone. We're going to learn what you can do with it, and we're going to learn how to add content to it. So, but again, it's a bit of a deep application, and it takes a little bit of time to move around it and to be comfortable with it. So I'm hoping that today I can make that happen for you in a comfortable way. Okay. All right. So if you have a mobile device next to you, you're going to go to the App Store. Does everyone know how to go to the App Store? It's an A, and it has it's made out of what's it called? The sticks. And you should be able to go to that. And you're going to type in MyFitnessPal. There are a couple MyFitnessPal lookalikes. So make sure it looks like this. So before we move forward, I want to make sure that you either have this, are able to get it. Okay. And if you're not, let me know. This is a really important thing. I teach this in my iPad class. I want to show you this particular little piece of information. It says free offers in-app purchases. So what that means is they have a free version, and then they will have a paid version. When you're downloading applications, if you're kind of new to all this world of downloading, you have to be really careful that you don't download applications that are going to charge you that you're not expecting that. And the charges can be per month and they can be per year. If you make a mistake, you can reach Apple within about 48 hours and tell them, look, I made a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. But just to let you know, free, if it says offers in-app purchases, has limitations. Okay, are we all good with downloading this on our iPad or iPhone?
No.
No. Okay, tell me what your problem is.
I can't find it on my iPhone.
Did you go to the App Store?
I can't find my app store.
Okay.
Wait.
Do you know what it looks like? Do you know what the App Store icon?
I just found it.
Okay, great. Because I am going to, I can put that up for you guys if you need me to. I can do a little App Store picture. Anybody? Oh, Risa, you had a question.
Yeah, I have an Android. Would that matter?
No, you can. It works on Androids.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I downloaded it.
Okay, good. So download it, install it, open it, and I'm going to do the same thing on my iPad while you guys are doing that. In a minute, I'll share my iPad. But some people like to use. Oopsie. Sorry. Oh my God. Things go backwards on me. Okay. Some people like to use Google Play. That's another store. And if you need to get it off of their Android, sometimes Risa prefers Google Play.
Yeah,
So,
I got it from there. It's
okay.
a Play Store.
Okay, perfect. So we're good with downloading it.
No.
Who's no?
No,
Bailey?
Yeah, I can't find it on on the App Store. Can you type it in?
Okay.
somewhere?
I can't either.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to help you through this. Give me a minute to just pull up another screen, because it doesn't do any good, like I said, for you guys to not be able to do this. I'm going to go through it with you on my App Store. on my iPad. Okay, give me just a second to share my iPad. I'm going to stop this share, and I'm going to share my iPad with you.
Can you explain why you're using this app as opposed to some of the other calorie counter fitness apps? Do you think this one is the best, or have you tried them all?
Look, has been requested by a lot of learners to learn this app.
Mhm.
So that's why we're doing it on this app. If there's something else that you guys would prefer to learn from, send a note to Get Set Up, and hopefully they can add a class. Okay, for those of you, this is your app store, right? So I'm going to open my app store. I'm going to go to purchase because I've already purchased it. Apple uses the language purchase even if it was free. Okay. Oh, I'm going to show you what it looks like, maybe. For the all. Oh my Jesus. Okay. All right. Let's find the. I'm going to look for it. So I'm going to go to search, actually, guys, and I'm going to type in MyFitnessPal. You might have to do that. Okay, you might have to go to search. Okay, so it looks like this. You see this where my cursor is, my pointer? That's what it looks like. If everybody could mute, that would be so great, just because I'm getting a lot of feedback from a couple of people, which I don't typically mind, but so if you could mute, that'd be great. All right, so I'm making the assumption now that everybody's figured out at least kind of how to get it. And you can download it. And download means get. You go to get and then install and then open. So as you can see on my iPad, which I'm now sharing with you, I've got it back in the cloud. So I'm going to push it. It's going to come back down so that we can get into it. And it can take a minute, but as you can see on mine, right here, oh, sorry, it's downloading. Okay, so I'm going to start where you're starting, which is basically the very beginning. So then I'm going to go to open. And I don't want push notifications. In other words, I don't want to get a stuff from them. Oops, you got pushed allow. Oh, well, I'll delete it. Okay, sign up for free means that you can sign up for the free version, which is what I want you to do if you are not already logged in. If you've already signed up and you are logged in, then you're going to go to log in. And I'm going to type in my email address. This is funny. Oh, well. Not sure if I actually put it in my Apple or I put it in my, I think it's in my Apple. Give me one sec. I'm going to do it on my phone. So if you've logged in with Apple, then you can go to continue with Apple, which I'm going to do. You go to continue with Apple, and it's going to ask me if I would like to continue it with my Apple ID. So I'm going to just do this just to get you guys in, okay? This is really more for those of you that have not downloaded and opened it. We don't recognize this Apple account. Well, that's not good, is it? I bet some of you are getting that too. See, even as teachers get notifications like that sometimes. And we make mistakes typing things in. Okay. Hopefully. So I don't know what's going on for me, and I apologize. And this is really interesting because I have joined, and this is where I'm saying the MyFitnessPal is having a little bit of password issues. I'm going to go, I'm going to try this one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm going to go in another way. Okay, they're not recognizing my password. So this is not good, but I have another way to get around it. It's kind of good for you guys to see that things are not fail-proof. And I've had more problems with this particular app than any other app lately. Okay. Apologize, guys. Hang on, gotta like get teacher in. And I was in before I launched this class, and then I got out because I wanted to take you through it. Okay, so it's not doing this. So I'm going to go to this sign up. Actually, I'm going to go to sign up, and it's going to probably tell me that I already have an account. But we're going to try it. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, and then we're going to go down to this password. I'm going to do that. Okay, let's try it this way. All right, here we go. It's finally now accepted something. Fortunately, I knew how to get around it. Have you guys had any problems logging in? Is everybody like getting in okay?
No,
Okay.
I don't know my Apple ID.
Okay, so if you don't know your Apple ID, you're going to have to get that, and you can get that by calling Apple to, your Apple ID is your email address. Do you know your Apple ID and password?
Yeah, but they still want an ID.
Okay, so guys, if you don't have an Apple ID or password, if you don't know what it is, I teach a class on that, but also at the end of this particular class, I will put in the chat how you can call Apple and find that out. All right, so now I'm on the app. You guys can see this, right? This is the iOS or the iPad, iPod app, okay? iPhone, iPad. So I'm gonna go to my home button.
Linda,
Down here. Yep.
how did you get from the introductory screen, which advertises premium, to something else? I'm stuck on the premium frequently asked questions.
So I just said no. Wasn't there an option to say no?
No, there's a box that wants me to say, start my 1 month free trial.
Don't do that. You don't want to do that.
Right.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You do not want to do that.
There's an X on the top right corner I missed. I closed that page and I've got what you have.
Okay, so Anne, that's Anne. Susan, you've got yours now? You downloaded it on your iPad last night? Okay, great. All right, so now we can roll. Sometimes it takes a few minutes, guys, to get this going, but once you do this, if you take the class, again and again, we're gonna learn a lot more, but I have found that if I don't take the time to make sure that everyone gets the app, then this is a waste of time for everyone. So now we are on the application, and I have a little cursor here, and I'm going to go to my home. I just pushed this little guy down here that says home right there, and this is where it took me. Okay. So what it's showing me are some settings that I've already put in there, but I need to go from the beginning. So we're going to go to more, which is over on the bottom right here. Down here. Okay. And what you're going to do is in your profile, you're going to click your profile. You're going to make sure that your name and your, all of those things are right. And then you're going to go up here. That is not what I wanted to do. You're going to go up here to this arrow and you're going to click back. And you're going to go to goals. So you can have different goals. All right. you can, so this is information you have to put in order to have MyFitnessPal track some of your goals. Now, this is great, except that if you don't use the premium one, you can pretty much, it won't give you like goal settings or reaching goals or what you've done. I have another app that I use that is tied into this. If any of you use Map My Run, Map My Walk, anything with Garmin, anything with Apple Watch, and we'll get to some of these, there's about 40 or 50 synchronized apps with this company, and it will allow you to do more and to see more. But the free MyFitnessPal app on here, this is what you want. So you want to put in these goals. Okay. So I've put in all of these. My calorie goal is very interesting and very important because it will help you monitor your nutrition. So I put in the amount of calories. That's my goal. I don't really want to go over that. Okay. It was suggested, this is not my suggestion, it was suggested to me that you can put how many carbs, how protein, and how much fat. So I don't really want, well, actually, that's actually really good. I would like more protein. So I would like to have, so I clicked protein and see what came up. So if I'd like to have more like 35% protein, right? Then I can't have 100, that would be too many. So I'm gonna have to change my carbs, and I want my carbs to be 35 as well. And if you see at the bottom here, you've got this, you've got this little thing down here that shows you the percentage, okay? You wanna make sure that you're in percentage and not in grams, unless you like to weigh things in grams. So now I've got, it's funny, it changed it back. That's funny. I want 35 protein. I want 35. And that's what I want. And now I'm going to stop it. It's funny. I'm telling you, these are some of the problems with this app, guys. And I apologize. I need to let Get Set Up know that we probably shouldn't be doing this until some of these things are changed. But I changed it. As you can see, I changed my protein to 35%, and it didn't change it. And I changed my carbs to 35%.
Wendy, you have to hit the little check mark up on the right-hand side or it won't.
I just did. You know what? And that wasn't there before. I mean, it may have been there, but it wasn't when I first put these stats in. Thank you. So now I pushed, thank you very much. I love when learners help me. So I pushed, okay, so I've got goals. So now this is more where I want to be. All right. So I want to be at 35, 35, and 30. Okay. You could click add a daily goal. And if you add a daily goal, this can only be used really with an annual or a monthly subscription. So I can't do that. And I'm taking you through some of these things because I want you to see both options and limitations. Okay, so now I'm going to hit the little arrow up at the top again. That took me back. So that's the arrow up there. Okay. So now I've put in my weight. I've put in my goal weight. I put in my weekly goal, my activity level. So activity level is interesting. I want you guys to click on it. Updating your weekly goal, remove any, okay, I don't want to update I want to update my activity level. So I'm going to say no. So I'm going to say no. So this is not, I can't update my activity level right now. So nutrition goals we just did, calorie goals by meal. So you can, if you want, break it down. Here we go again. These are new for me as well because I was working off of the Map My Run app because I'm a runner. So you can't put in calorie goals by meal. But you can add nutrient goals. I haven't touched this because I wouldn't, you know, I know what I like to have in terms of my fat and everything, but I haven't not put it in there. So this was self-populated. So, and then workouts per week, if I click that, I can change, because I work out probably 6 times a week. So that it took. minutes per workout. I usually work out about 30 minutes. So I hope you guys are kind of following along and doing it, because in a minute I'm going to stop what I'm doing and I'm going to make sure. So it won't let me do anything with exercise calories, because exercise calories are subtracted from, like when you have your calories, I have mine like 1,300, I would take away how many exercise calories I had, and that would, then I'd have more I'd have more calories to work with. So I want to share something with you. I've been studying a lot about exercise and nutrition. And the bottom line is we need to look at them separately. This is just a little add-on to this class. You really should look at them separately. You should look at your exercise as for your mind. And yes, it's good for your heart. Oh, Jim, look at you. Oh my God, he's like got this cat on his stomach. And you should look at your nutrition as what the fuel for your body and how you are going to fuel your body. So many, nutrition, fitness, whatever, like focus on how many calories you're burning exercising, and therefore how many calories you can eat. I have learned from a very, very, very good sources that we really should separate them, especially as we get older. The amount of calories we burn are not going to change much about how we should nutritionally honor ourselves. So if you think about it as being careful and mindful nutritionally, and then exercise for fun, exercise for flexibility, exercise for endurance, exercise for your mind, exercise, do whatever you want, but don't view it as, I went for a 12-mile bike ride, so now I get to, sorry, I'm gonna plug my Mac in, it's gonna die. And so now I get to go eat, 14 candy bars. I mean, you can do whatever you want, clearly, right? I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do, but I am telling you that you should not try to make them really the same as like all the kids are doing, okay? Football players, etc. All right, so that's just a little add-on from Wendy. All right, so now I'm gonna go back to this little arrow up at the top, right up there, and I'm going to hit it back. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else. So there's not a whole lot else on here. I'm not gonna lie, that you can do with this free app. So now we're gonna go down and just push the home button, this home button here, okay? So I haven't entered anything today because I haven't had a chance to. So I have on there calories remaining. I have 1330. That's what I set up, okay? So I haven't done anything. Then they have stories. This is how Chris lost his leg but saved his life. They will just have like some stories for you. And these are showing you some other applications that you can, kind of do. So is everybody okay logging in? I know those of you that don't have your Apple ID stuff, but you're following me. Logging in, putting your profile in or knowing how, and then going back to this home and being where it says calories remain. Are we good? Okay. So if you haven't had a chance to download and install, you can do that, and we'll take to this class again and again, and we'll just learn how to enter the information. I personally feel like sometimes our minds can track too much data and we should just live, and especially after the pandemic. But I do think that it's mindfully important to take care of your nutritional needs, more so even than your fitness on here. And this gives you a base like, oh my God, those 3 Oreos, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so I'm going to go to food diary now. Okay, here we go. This is the basic page for the food diary. All right. It only is showing that, say if I don't do the ads, I could go premium. That's another story. So it's not showing me anything because I haven't entered anything, but I'm going to right now. So I'm going to, because I'm on my iPad, so I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go to add food. And then I get this comes up. And the reason these things are coming up is because I have added foods before, and I've added these. All right. Now, I don't know if So I have already added oatmeal because I had oatmeal this morning. If you haven't added it, if you go right up here where it says swipe right, let's see. Okay. You can add an item. Okay. So if you go, sorry, like right up here, we'll see where it says search for a food. So I'm going to make it up today that I had, so that I can show you how this works. I'm going to make it up that I had a banana. Okay. So then I go to search all foods. Sorry, my pointer is go to all foods for banana. So then it brings up all my options for banana: a sliced banana, a large fresh banana. I mean, it's funny. And it's funny if you look at the calorie differences. So I basically had one large banana. So I'm going to touch that. And then it's going to bring me back to this screen. And it's going to show me that my banana was 121 calories, 31 carbs, 0.4 grams of fat, and 1.4 grams of protein. Okay. Now I'm going to go up here to this little arrow again, and I'm going to go back. And I am going to go back again because now I'm going to go back to add food, and I'm going to go to my rolled oats. All right. So because it brought it up, I've had it before. And then it shows that I want to add frequently paired foods, this plain unsweetened soy milk. So I'm going to add that as well. All right. So now it is showing me my rolled oats. Oh, I can tell you why it didn't show my banana because I didn't click to save it. So it showed me my breakfast. So we're going to go through this again. I'm going to go to add food. And I'm going to go to search for food. And I'm going to show you how I didn't click something. This is good. And I apologize, but I so knew this app inside out until they moved. All right, so I'm going to go to search for banana. I'm going to push one large banana. And then up on the top right, very, very top right, you'll see this check. You need to check it, click it. And there, now it just automatically took me back to my breakfast. And it has my rolled oats, my soy milk, and my large banana.
Wendy, I have a question.
Yes.
It lets you choose a banana size that's sort of a generic size, but I weigh my my food like bananas and apples and things like that in grams. And is there a way that it allows you to put in the exact weight of what you're eating? Or
So let me tell you something. Back in my profile, instead of calories, you can do grams.
Okay.
We can do that. Maybe Susan at the end we can try that. But
well,
so
I can go back and find it. That's
okay.
Okay.
That's a really good question. And it's really good because you can weigh things in grams, but it's really hard to weigh things in kilocalories, right?
Right.
So they don't go together. So what I want to just show you here is that my breakfast amounted to 471 calories, 87 grams, 8 grams of fat, protein, sugar, etc. Now, and this is where it's coming from. So it shows you where it's coming from. All right. So if we go to these three little dots down here, I can save that, although it will save automatically. If I want to copy tomorrow exactly what I had today, when tomorrow comes, I can click under next to add food and I can say copy from date. Okay. Or I can go right here and go copy to date. And then I can say that I want to put that for my breakfast on tomorrow. And then I click my little arrow at the top. And it will open tomorrow and it will show me, I mean, it's still doing today, but if I were to click up here and show you tomorrow, It's already pre-populated my breakfast. I'm going to go back up the top. Do you see where I did that, guys? Up where it says today, there's an arrow that goes to the left and an arrow that goes to the right. So I just wanted to show you when I went to the arrow to the right, it took me to tomorrow. And again, it has all of this is pre-populated. So we've covered a lot. I want to know where everybody's at and what your comfort level is. I need to stop and make sure that everybody has gotten this far, because this is really the most important, is learning how to enter your data. Okay, that's the most important. Yes, Jim. I can't hear you. You need to take it off the speaker. I mean, take it off of mute. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you tell us how to delete a food that you accidentally put in there for breakfast?
Yeah. So if you click on it, so I'm going to click on my banana. I can go to where do I do that at? Let's see. There's a way to do this. Give me a second. I thought there was an easy way to do it, but I think. A second. Oh my God. This is like truly making me a little bit crazy because I haven't done this and I haven't done it on this. Large banana. I don't want my large banana. So I'm going to go to number of servings and I'm going to go 0. Okay. And then it takes it off. And then if I go back to my meal, breakfast, I go back. It's not gone. Well, let's do that again. Let's go to, you go to edit at the top. You go to edit and then you push large banana. And then you push delete and it takes it away.
Whoa, where was that delete?
Okay, yeah, let me run through this again. It changed. I know you guys probably think she's crazy, but I used to enter every morsel that I ate because I was a really big runner. And platform has changed so much in the last 3 months. All right, so we're gonna add a food. I'm gonna go back to my home. I'm gonna go to food diary. I'm gonna go to add food. So you're following me. I'm going to add that large banana back. It defaults to the serving size. So it defaults to 1 piece, 1 whatever. And then I'm going to hit the little arrow. Sorry, let me just get rid of something. At the top, I'm going to get rid of this, or I'm going to check this arrow at the top and it's going to confirm. So now, see, didn't do it. That's not good. Large banana, 1. I want it.
Wendy, if you look at banana, swipe left, it gives you a red delete button. Do you see my screen?
Oh my gosh, look at you.
Simple.
You're teaching me things.
That's
I
okay.
love it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that's a new feature. That's a lovely feature.
Yeah. If you find banana, just swipe left and then it gives you a delete button.
I love that. See, I'm swiping left and it's not. Oh yeah, it's actually, you're going to go. So
There it is.
Start on the right side and swipe left. Start all the way, guys, over. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Absolutely.
I knew there was an easier way. I love when people so right here, I'm going to take my finger on my iPad and I'm going to go like that. And it says, and I'm going to go to delete.
Delete.
Thank you. You just taught me something, but why didn't it delete it? There, nope. Maybe I have to open it. No, I shouldn't have to open it. See, did yours delete?
Yeah, mine did.
Mine did.
Great. Mine finally did. So I want you guys this is a good exercise in the fact, in knowing that you're doing things on this iPad, then they're not working perfectly. We are as well, as you can tell. I teach iPad classes. I mean, I'm inside my iPad. I know every trick in my iPad. This application, clearly, the format has changed enough that I'm not even, and I've been using it, but I haven't done some of these things. So be good to yourselves. Honor yourself for trying and be mindful that it's so great that you're doing this. And if you learn things, teach them to me. So we are good as far as downloading the application, entering our profile, entering our goals, entering within those goals what you'd like to see calorically, percentage-wise, your carbs, your protein, your fat. And then now we've entered some food. How does everybody feel about this? good? We're good? That's great. That is great. That's huge. Only because this stuff seems intuitive. So now we're going to go down. I want to go down. I just want to run through a few other things with you. I think it's important to keep track of your water. Personally, I like to do that. But before we get to water, totals help you kind of look, like if I had lunch in there as well, totals help you kind of look where your day is at. All right. So what I like about it is that it gives my total goals, which was the 1330, but then it tells me that I have 980 calories left. Okay, and I like that. Down at the bottom, we're going to move on to something else. Down at the bottom, it says exercise diary. So this, this is funny because I think it's kind of silly almost the way that they have. So if I go to add exercise, so as you can see, my history shows that I'm running. I run. So I'm going to click my run, and it has pre-populated this information that I've run for 60 minutes, that I've burned 581 calories. It definitely didn't happen at 7:42, but that's okay. If I click check next to that, what's nice is it gives you both your cardio and your strength exercise. I will tell you the strength exercise is really funny because, I mean, I don't even know how you can actually even like put in the number of sets. Repetition, sets, weights. If you're doing this very, very, very seriously and you want to know how many calories you burn, that is the reason to keep track of your strength. But if you're doing it because you know it's good for your body, then just do it and enjoy it. That's the other part I want to share with you. Although I do teach this class, and I think it's an important class, and I think there's a place everywhere in our world to keep data, I just feel like we need to kind of be in our head about being free. And don't worry. You know what's good for your body. You know what's not good for your body. You know that if you walk 3 miles, that's great. If you don't walk any, that's not great. Just enjoy your life. Don't be so tied into the numbers. Okay. We're getting all caught up in numbers with COVID, but I'm very excited because Colorado is moving to everyone can get vaccinated on Friday. But I am vaccinated. Are you all vaccinated? Everybody's vaccinated? That makes me really, 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 really happy. Okay, questions where we're at now. So that was the exercise diary. Again, as you can tell, it's not overwhelming. If I go to progress, if I had another day in, I'm going to put a few more days in because I think it's better for you guys to see this. If I had another day in of my weight and I, had changed it, or I knew that my goal weight, it would show this here, but it only has my existing information that I put in. Oops. Okay. So what I want to show you guys, I want to go back. I'm going to stop this screen because I want to show you something that I have on a slide that's really important. Give me a minute to stop this share. And let me go back to sharing my meeting. Okay, give me a second to share. Okay, here we go. We're going to share a new screen. Okay. Let's do this. Give me one sec. Okay, here we go. Okay, are you guys seeing another screen now that says on the web? The Google Play Store, something like that? You see that? Okay. So those are, I just want to take you to another page. My slides. Yes, I don't have it in here. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you that there are several, when I typed in MyFitnessPal on the web, I got this one and it came up, but it didn't come up first. The reason it's there now is because I downloaded it. If you're having a problem, make sure that it's myfitnesspal.com. Okay, and now I want to share something with you. A second. I'm just going to go here. I want to share with you. I'm going to type this in because this is kind of fun. I'm going to type in my fitness. Let's try this again. I can't type. Connected. Can't type today. So this is where you can see all the apps that are connected to it. And you can get a lot of them. And if you do, we are going to have like a second tier of this class. If we do, I will show you how to connect them. But a lot of these, somebody was asking, are there better applications to use? There may be better applications, but I will promise you that all of these applications, many of which are free, have better information on something you're interested in, okay? I can't tell you everything, but if you're looking more for timing and for maybe more different kinds of things, steps that you're taking, things like that. If you download any of these apps, and like I said, most of them are free, you can then link them to your MyFitnessPal app. Okay, so that was just so that you understand, like you can, if you have a fitness tracker, if you have Fitbit, if you have an Apple Watch, all of those things will connect. And as you can see over here on my apps, I have all these apps, but this was when it was under Under Armour, and they are no longer, and they're slowly turning over the apps. If you have a problem, MyFitnessPal has pretty decent support. If you're really having a problem and you don't get the answer, ask me the next time and I'll search for it. If I had known that MyFitnessPal had changed so dramatically, I probably wouldn't have launched this class or had Get Set Up launch it quite as soon, but I didn't. So we're kind of all learning together, and I appreciate your patience. So it's kind of fun. If you want to go deeper in MyFitnessPal, then you should get the premium. I don't have it, but I'm happy to get it to help those of you that want it and use it for more things, okay? So you can keep me posted too. My suggestion for your homework is to make sure it's downloaded, make sure it's on your iPhone or iPad, and then start filling in the blanks, the profile, the goals, adding some meals. See how you do. See if it becomes tedious, if it becomes like, I don't want to do this. Let me know, because I want to know too if this is like, we had a lot of requests for this app, and that's why someone at Get Set Up asked me to teach it. So if you think there's something better, something that you would like to learn differently, please share and I'll look it up. I don't mind. But are we good with apps, with this app today? You feel like everybody's going to walk away and go, I know what to do? Because Wendy doesn't like to teach a class and say, people, that's like that is my claim to fame with Get Set Up, is that I teach because it's important to me, but only if you've learned. So I think that is about all we're going to have time for today. Couple housekeeping items. If you want a recording of this, again, help at getsetup.io. I will include in the notes that come after this class the Apple phone number for support to help you download the app if you're having problems, to help you get your Apple ID and password if you're having problems. I teach an iPad class, and literally, if you don't have your Apple ID and password, it is hard to turn the ignition of the iPad on. You can turn it on, but without that information, it's really hard to do anything fun. Again, Get Set Up is just happy to be here. We're all over now. We're in YMCAs, we're in the Health and Human Services.
Hmm.